Let's review.
Damn it.
We're going to review tonight Bad Boys Ride or Die and Hitman, both out right now. One on Netflix, one in theaters. We're going to start with the one on Netflix, and we're going to talk about Hitman starring Glenn Powell and Aria Ajorna, which is, or Jorda, I think. I might be butchering her name, and I apologize. I do like her. I like the stuff she's been in. She's also Jason Momoa's current girlfriend, and that dude, that dude would probably kill me. So I don't want to make him feel bad. So she was wonderful. This movie gets 5 out of 5. Listen, I gotta be honest. But the movie is about a gentleman who played by Glenn Powell, Gary Johnston, who works part-time. He's a college professor who works part-time, which is still sort of I don't know how you get there, but whatever. I guess he knew how to work the cameras and the microphones and such. So they hired him part-time to go undercover to bust people trying to hire hitmen. And this turns into, he does different characters he uses as a study for his civics or whatever. I don't know what he is. He's some sort of personality type of professor. I don't know what that is. You're saying nothing.
It's sociology, isn't it?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm drowning.
Sociology, psychology.
I'm throwing out science words and not knowing what to say, and you're like standing there on it, just like, yo, listen, I know. What about
something like that? I know what you're trying to say.
Whatever.
I just don't know what it's called. We'll go with sociology. I think it's
sociology. So he's a sociology teacher. So he goes as different characters, trying to match the personalities of the people who are trying to do it. And it asks the question: is this the right way to go? Wrong way to go? But it turns into sort of a romantic dark comedy in a really crazy way. And I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who wants to check it out, but he does meet a woman who wants to kill her husband. He talks her out of it, and then things go haywire from there. And I'm going to leave it at that. Paul, what did you think about this movie?
So I really like Glenn Powell. I've been really impressed with a lot of his other movies. I loved him in Top Gun.
Oh my God, yeah.
And just seeing the interviews, he's just a very humble man, and he's very honest. And I can appreciate that for actors, because I feel like a lot of them, they'll put themselves out there, but he's just very transparent, and I enjoy his rawness just as an actor, period. This, I thought, let him shine, because I loved all of his different characters. I enjoyed how he was able to really sell that at the end of the day, he was a teacher, but trying to put on these different personas, because I really bought his personas. And so it wasn't, he's not actually kind of the nerdy teacher no one cares about, or the guy everyone kind of pushed to the side. It's like, oh no, like I buy both things completely. Yeah. I enjoyed the romance of the whole thing. I laughed a lot more than I thought I would. I thought this might be some like Night or Day rip-off type ordeal, and I was absolutely wrong. And I'm glad I was wrong. And I would suggest anyone should see this, especially if you've got Netflix. I think you will not be disappointed, and have fun. It's a good ride.
I do. I like that review. Excuse me. I coughed just as I said I like that review. I apologize because I'm not cutting that out. For anybody watching or listening. So I agree. I really did like this film. I thought Glenn Powell shined. I liked her too, Aria Jordan. I thought she was good with him. They had good chemistry. The thing is, I think that everyone was good in this because Glenn Powell seemingly has chemistry with everyone.
Yeah.
Even when you watch Top Gun Maverick, you're like, he's a piece of garbage, but he is that good.
Yeah,
like he is
right.
And I was like, I'm kind of cool with it though. I was like, because and then at the end, of course, like you find out he's even more respectful and you're just trying to push him. But he just is. He's that good. Like he has this charisma that shines through that. Like, God, I wish I had, and I'd probably be making way more money doing this.
Right.
I guess I should just have to look like him. I mean, he like, besides charisma, besides personality and charm, and like, he's a smart dude. And now you see he's a good actor because in this movie he plays like 20 different roles.
Right.
And honestly, I will say he plays them on a level that James McAvoy played the personalities.
Yes. Yeah.
Now they're not, and maybe they're not as, actually, no, I'm going to go for broke because it was a better director who directed this movie. So probably better than McAvoy did in Split.
Okay.
Because he had more time to work with all of the characters and have them interact with each other.
That makes
these characters, they don't interact with each other. There's different characters and we have to buy them on each one.
Yeah.
and he goes outlandish, but for some reason you buy into them.
Mm-hmm.
So I dug it. I really dug. And then when you get to Ron, you do like Ron the best.
Yeah. Ron's
You're like,
cool.
I want Ron to stick around. Like, you were having the same argument. I was like, oh man, he's got his shorts on again. Like, God, he's not Ron. Like, like, and it's so like, this isn't a personality disorder sort of movie. This is him playing different roles. So yeah, talking about it this much, let's just give our ratings, because let's be real. If a movie's got you talking, it's good. And I gave it a 3.5 mics, and you gave it a three mics out of 5. I think it's a fitting movie. I did not know going in that it was Richard Linklater. Well, I did not know going in the what do you call it when I got the screener? So early on, I didn't know.
I didn't realize you got a screener for this.
Yes, and then I rewatched the movie, and then I saw, I'm like, oh shit, this is like legit. This is Richard Linklater. like this dude. I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and I'm like, this doesn't feel like a normal movie.
Right.
This feels familiar in tone. Like, you know how certain directors have imprints?
Yeah. Guy Ritchie.
Absolutely. Guy Ritchie. Perfect. Yeah. So like, it feels like a Richard Linklater movie. Like, and just for anybody, like, Dazed and Confused is a Richard Linklater movie. Like, Everybody Wants Some, Before Sunrise. Like, there's tons of them out there. Boyhood. They're all different. They're all out there. But this is one that, for me, worked, because he has some that were comedic that just didn't work in the past. This one hits on all cylinders. I really did enjoy this movie. I think it's a great romantic, dark comedy, but it is dark.
Yes.
It's not like super dark, but when you get to that ending, you're kind of like, oh man. I was like, wow, I did not see any of this coming.
Right.
But it's not gory or anything. You'll be fine. It's just one of those. So let's get to another summer. Well,
bad
this
boys,
is an actual
boys.
What you gonna do? I don't want to get the copyright strike.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So I went with Martin Lawrence's way of doing it in the movie. So okay, I want to say I prepped for this. I love the Bad Boys franchise. I watched first 3, and then I watched this. And if anybody doesn't know where 3 took off, you find out that he has a son, and that son was with the drug cartel and was trying to kill him, and blah 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 blah. At the end, the son realized it was his father. Will Smith's character is his father. Goes to jail to atone for his sins, I guess. This movie sees the boys finding out that Captain Howard, who died in the third one, is actually he was the biggest drug runner out of all of them, but they don't believe it.
Right.
And they go on a crusade to find out. And during that crusade, they do find out that he is very, very, very innocent. And they have to prove this correctly. They work it out so his son comes back in. I'm doing a terrible time explaining this movie, but it's back in action. They're back in action. And it was fun. I had a great time with it. It was one of those movies that, like, was it better than the first one? No, but it's not supposed to be. But I bet you, and I did just rewatch the first one, but I bet, like, if I had watched the first one for the first time, maybe, like, I'd be like, oh man, goddamn, this was the 90s for sure. Like that's what it would be. I wouldn't have the same reaction. But I got stories about that movie, because I remember being in, was it middle school and just being like, Jesus, Bad Boys coming out. This is amazing. 2 of the biggest TV stars of all time are on it. I absolutely I had such a great time with this movie. It was experimental in a lot of ways. They really did experiment with the shots, the drone shots, and all the stuff. So it's really wild. The neon was really cool. There's a lot of neon in this movie. So much neon in this movie. And so it's like, I guess it's, I don't know this director well, so I guess that's one of their trademarks. Or right now they're trying to figure out their trademark looks and stuff. And this is one thing they did. It was interesting. So, like, there are definitely things about it that, like, I'm not going to crusade and be like, this is the greatest movie of all time. It's not. It's a really fun Bad Boys movie. Reggie gets his due, deservedly. And it's just it was a great time all the way down. And I think there was great evolution to the characters in this. And I wouldn't mind seeing more. Now, before we get to our ratings, Paul, what did you think about the movie?
So I enjoyed the Bad Boys, franchise. I've never been like a huge over the top fan, but I did enjoy them. This one, I try to rate action movies in my mind a little differently. So I try to think, would Michael Bay be happy? And the answer would be yes, because there are a lot of explosions, a lot of crazy action scenes. So I think it passes the Michael Bay test in my mind. So as an action, if someone's in action, this is totally up your alley. Like you said, the experimental shots I absolutely loved. I love some of the POV shots going in, then going back out. I thought it was fun, like watching some behind the scenes and how they did it. I thought it was interesting. I mean, it's exactly what you want. You know, it's just them still being bold guys. It's still them with the cheesy one lines, which they're so bad that they hit and they're funny. So it's enjoyable. So
Yeah.
like you said, I think it's on track with the other ones. I don't think it outshines any of the others, but I also don't think it doesn't pay dues to the Bad Boys at all. I think
No,
it's a
no,
compliment.
I do think I agree 100%. It doesn't take away.
Mm-mm.
And in fact, they pay homage to Michael Bay. He was in the movie. He
Mhm.
was the guy that almost hits him at the car and like yells at him, and like it was a funny little interaction. But and then like immediately after, they had another little like I don't want to say little, but like Kwame is a big influencer. Kwame, who's on TikTok, who's an influencer, who's the guy who goes like this all the time, and he's like walking past and like he goes, "Can you believe this?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then I was like, "We did 2 cameos in one shot." Like, God,
Right.
I was like, "I love it. Good on him, man." But
It's good paycheck for Kwame.
yeah, good paycheck for you, man. But yeah, I did. I enjoyed it throughout. I really liked Ian Gruffalo being introduced to the fold. The story didn't have to be perfectly embedded, you know, like I didn't need it to be like a bad guy from the past coming back, but it's cool that it was linked to a lot of the past. So yeah, I did. I enjoyed this throughout. I really liked it. Our ratings for this movie, I gave it a 3, Mike, out of 5, and you gave it a 2.5, Mike, out of 5. I think that's a pretty good like go and see level, you know.
Yeah.
Check it out. And you know, honestly, I'll say like I had fun. Like if you want to go see a fun popcorn movie right now, go check that out. I think that's a fun one. But if you don't want to go to the theater, then you know, I would say this would be worth a rental if you wanted one of those.
Yeah.
But streaming just as well. You know, one of those where you can wait, but you know, maybe rent it if you want. But we're going to the mixed movie pick from the year 1971. That's right. The film that is the subject of our classic film review tomorrow, and that is Shaft.
John Shaft.
That's right. On our snobs. I love it. Stop singing songs. I'm gonna get hit.
Sorry.
Thank God it's off key. It's off key.
always off key.
I love this movie. This is an absolutely fantastic movie. I watched all the Shaft movies, and I'm not just talking about this 2001, and then, or no, it was actually 2000. Remember, it came out June 2000 because I graduated high school. We were at a graduation party, and we left to go see that Shaft.
Hell
and then,
yeah.
of course, I've seen the newest Shaft, which I thought was pretty good. The last one, where it was all 3 of them were together. But I go back and I watched all the sequels in the past as well. That's right. I've even seen Shaft in Africa. So with that being said, we're celebrating Juneteenth here and Black cinema with our Snobs Film History Classic Film Review. So all month long, there are going to be Black films that have really inspired, that are just really inspiring movies and made by truly fantastic filmmakers. We talked about Malcolm X last week by Spike Lee, starring Denzel Washington. This week, Gordon Parks' Shaft, starring Richard Roundtree. Go check it out. There's more information in those videos. But yeah, you can. Like, it's going to be available. This is what will be up. It comes out at midnight, but go check that out. But I want to say it's about that time again, sir. We're going to end the show, but I want to say thank you all for watching, listening, hanging out with us, being a part of it. Really, truly appreciate you. We were talking about our merch before. If you guys are interested, here's our merch QR code. Go check that out if you're watching. If you are listening, you can go down below. Use Snobs for 10% off your order. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And then if you always want to keep up in the know, keep up in the how, you can follow us for free over on Patreon. That's going to be our newsletter. We're going to be doing a weekly newsletter that'll be coming out. We're going to, it's going to have a bunch of new information. We do movie news dumps. We're going to be putting all of our links on there and more. So yeah, we'd love for you to be a part of it. Join in. Just join up on our Patreon for free. If you want more like other shows and other perks, check out the other tiers as well and follow, because that all goes back into helping run the channel. And of course, be a part of the Snob Nation community over on Discord. Thank you guys. Yes. We appreciate you. Come talk to us. Come hang out with us. I want more people in there. I want to have constant conversations going at all times. I want movie talk. I want to feel like we're all in one big proverbial beautiful video store just hanging out. So
that's the feeling.
In fact, I think that's what I'm going to change the Discord name to. Snobs Family Video.
I love that.
Get in there, hang out, let's have fun, and be a part of it. That's what I want. I want, because that's what the Snob Nation is. That's what the community is. And we appreciate all of your support, your love, your care, your kindness. It really is. And sorry that we're not live, but needed a break, people. Really did. And I appreciate you guys watching along the way, listening along the way, and being a part of it and joining up and hanging out. Paul, take it away. What do you got? You got anything you want to say before we get going?
I just want to say happy Juneteenth in case you guys haven't listened to it, before or after then, just to, because that's coming up. I think it's next Monday, I believe, or next Wednesday. I'm sorry.
It's Wednesday. Yeah. So,
okay. So next Wednesday. So happy Juneteenth, just remember, and then also keep watching, keep listening, and keep loving the magic of movies, you guys.
Love it. And like the man said, we love movies. We know you do too. So make sure you join up with the Snob Nation, hang out with us, be part of it. It's all about community. It's all about love, care, and compassion. And I don't care where you fall, be a part of it. Thank you guys. Remember to be kind, stay classy, and take care of yourselves because that's important. Until next time, I'm McManhattan. That's the man, producer Paul, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.